Next up, at UFC Abu Dhabi, we have Petr Yan. That looks more like Dave Portnoy than me. We have Petr Yan taking on Marcus McGhee.
Say that again.
That looks more like Dave Portnoy than me. And Dave Portnoy has even stitched this dude singing songs because everybody's like, that's Dave Portnoy. That's Dave Portnoy. That looks a lot like Dave Portnoy. 100%.
Whatever you say, Angelo.
I will say it. We got Petr Yan taking on Marcus McGhee in the co-main event at UFC Abu Dhabi. And these odds seem very wide to me. Petr Yan 18-5 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, but he is on a nice 2-fight win streak, taking on Marcus McGhee, 10-1. Marcus McGhee, 5-0 in his last 5, coming off that win over Jonathan Martinez. Petr Yan, as we all know, former bantamweight champion of the world, phenomenal striker, fantastic takedown defense, surprisingly good offensive takedowns as well, and he is a problem for a lot of people because of how dangerous he is offensively, how sound he is defensively, and how good his takedowns can be. He plots forward, he's got that Muay Thai style, he will blast away with power and accuracy, averaging about 2 takedowns per fight, solid 84% takedown defense. He's coming off that pretty one-sided fight over Divas and Figueiredo where he more than doubled his strikes. Taking on Marcus McGhee. Marcus McGhee is a powerful guy with heavy hands. Good takedowns, one-punch knockouts all over his career. Takedown defense is solid. He's got slick submissions as well, and he uses those in scrambles. He sets a nice pace. He carries his power late in the fights. He's coming off that decision win over Jonathan Martinez where his leg was getting absolutely smoked. So he had to hop on that bicycle and stay far, far away. This is a tough fight for me to pick. I was surprised that Petr was a big favorite, and it's widening. You can see it open at minus 550, but those odds were gone instantly. Just the other day, he was minus 320. Now he's minus 380. So in my world, it's widening, right? If you bet it a month ago, maybe you got those crazy odds. But right now, it seems to be widening, and I'm a little surprised because Marcus McGhee is good. He's durable. He's got that big-ass head. He's got power. He's got good takedowns. He's very, very strong. And I understand Petr's far more accomplished. I understand Petr's just a better fighter all around. But this feels like there could be some spoiler in here. I'm going to pick Petr because other than me saying it just feels weird, I got to pick Petr because he's just a better fighter everywhere. Technically sound defensively. He's got a good chin himself. He can do all the things. So Petr's going to be the pick, but I have absolutely zero bets on him whatsoever because it just feels dicey here. What do you think? Jacob, why was there a random Hooters background?
The whole, out of everything, that's what your mind chose to remember. Huh?
I've seen all the other ones. That one was...
You have any good Hooters experiences?
I've been to Hooters one time in high school with the wrestling team. Never any. Oh, actually, and I was coaching in Florida, and I was in the other coach's wedding. People really just love me. So I was in his wedding, and we went to...
the bachelor party was at Hooters?
The rehearsal dinner was at Hooters.
What?
Was it the rehearsal dinner? Yeah, I think it was the rehearsal dinner.
The rehearsal dinner?
Or was it before the wedding? We were wearing our suits and shit, so maybe it was before the wedding. We went to Hooters as a wedding party. I know that.
That's like Florida. The most white trash thing I've ever heard in my life.
I said Florida. I said it pretty clearly.
Oh my God.
Like Floridian
You're a fucking
Florida.
pervert.
Not moved to Florida. And he was a young guy. Actually, he was a nice kid. Young guy.
You're a pervert.
What'd I do? I didn't choose it.
Oh, I want the chicken breast. Do you guys have breasts? You are a sex pervert.
Who do you think you're saying? No, the funniest thing is when...
Look at the deflection.
Well, you said sex pervert.
Yeah, there you go.
The funniest thing I saw was, Stavi. Stavi was doing a promo for Mamdani, the going to be mayor of New York City.
I'm bored already.
It was Mamdani versus the former governor, Andrew Cuomo. And Stavi does the video, and he was like, "You're going to vote for a sex pest?" And that was just a hilarious... Sex pest was a hilarious thing to say. Who do you think wins this fight?
1 second, Angelo. Let me look something up real quick. Okay, we're looking at... I just want to talk about something. Okay? Don't shoot the messenger. We're looking at a resume here. And we're seeing a Jose Aldo on it, right? Obviously, again, kind of a post-Conor Jose Aldo, but we're seeing a Jose Aldo. Then we're seeing a loss, okay? Then we're seeing a win versus Corey Sandhagen, which he lost the first round, but it was a 5-round fight. Then we're seeing a loss to Aljo. And people, this and that, but Aljo won that fight. Then we're seeing a loss to Sean O'Malley. And then we're seeing a loss to Merab. And then we're seeing a Song Yudong fight where he's 1 round away from losing that fight. And then we're looking at the Figgy fight, which is probably the best he's ever looked. But are we thinking that Petr Yan is better than he actually is? I think Petr Yan is just fine. He's a good fighter. He's a top contender. But I had Aljo in that rematch, and there's a reason for it. Now, that probably doesn't apply here, but Petr Yan is a guy that fights close fights. Petr Yan is a guy that typically loses the first round of fights, kind of getting his feel of things. Marcus McGhee isn't a Figueiredo that's just going to stay on the outside, try to throw the big shot, and if he can't land the big shot, he's probably going to lose. Marcus McGhee is a guy that stays in your face, active with the kicks, active with the striking, can get takedowns, can defend takedowns, can have scrambles, is a big physical guy that is known for just staying in your face and landing big shots. So let's say devil's advocate here, hypotheticals. Petr Yan comes in, does typical Petr Yan, drops the first round. Now he's got to win the next 2 because I don't know if he's going to find a finish versus a guy like Marcus McGhee. He's got to win the next 2. Let's say the second round's close, but Marcus McGhee lands a bigger shot because he's capable of landing big shots. He's knocked people out. All of a sudden, because of one shot or maybe one scramble or one takedown or one situation, Petr Yan now needs a finish in this third round. All I'm trying to say is that I am picking Petr Yan because he should be the cleaner striker, maybe get a takedown or 2 if he needs it. But this guy typically takes the first round off, has close fights, and Marcus McGhee is a guy that will also match volume. And if volume is being matched as the fight goes on, and somebody landing more powerful shots, could see
then what happens?
Oh, interrupt, Angelo. Interrupt.
Yeah.
Right when I was about to make my fucking point.
The suspense. I couldn't handle the suspense.
It's a Michael Jackson thing. You let it build. You sit there.
I'm very familiar with that.
And the crowd's. And then you have.
Dude, it's just the man's fucking face.
You're back all white.
Jiggling.
Angela fucking hates that song.
When you do this, it's just Amanda's face like on your stomach.
You are a sex pervert.
Sex pest. We're split here, but we've talked about this before. If there's a spectrum, there's Corky from Life Goes On all the way on one end. Jacob is like right there, and then we get to the fight portion of the spectrum.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I agree. It's not crazy that Marcus McGhee can win a round with a takedown.
I picked Petr, but I'm not like I told you. I had no bets in this guy whatsoever. Marcus, I feel like Marcus could absolutely pull this off. I'm just slightly over the Petr line, so that's what I was saying. You and I are opposite sides of the pick.
His last
but
3 wins
scale
in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but he beat Sean O'Malley. Well, you didn't. It's interesting how you didn't say he beat Sean O'Malley. That was a bullshit decision.
Petr Yan, Sean. Oh, it says fucking LOSS right here, you fucking
weird.
retard.
Oh,
The hell are you talking about?
Isn't that interesting?
And his wins, he dropped the first round versus Corey. He's 1 round away from what?
So?
What do you mean so?
He won the fight. All of a sudden, it matters.
A 5-round fight. Yeah, he dropped the first round. That was the whole. Did you not listen to goddamn
Did he win the
thing
second
I
and the
said?
third round? Did he win the second and the third round?
Not only that, the 4th and the 5th, Angelo.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So who gives a fuck about the first?
Okay, yeah. Who gives a fuck, Angelo? Fuck it. Who gives a fuck about anything in this life?
I mean, that's a whole separate argument to be had.
You won't make him your dog of the league. I picked Petr to win the fight. I'm just trying to warn people.
I thought you picked Marcus.
No, I picked
that
Petr.
whole
He's a better
fucking thing.
boxer.
You ended up with Petr.
I tried to warn people last week about Zellhuber. I tried to warn people last week against Kopylov. I'm sitting here trying to warn them again that you might need some hometown fucking cooking for all your parlays, because all I'm fucking seeing this week is the same bullshit that I saw last week. Zellhuber and everything, Kopylov and everything, Holland and everything. I fell victim to it as well. I'm just trying to fucking warn the people that Petr Yan typically has very close fights, and it only takes one mistake in a close fight in one round to lose the fucking fight. And Marcus McGhee's a big physical guy that stays in your face. It's going to be close. Everyone has Petr Yan in every fucking parlay, and I hope they all get fucking smoked again.
Yeah, I mean, I have zero bets whatsoever on Petr because I don't quite trust him, although I am picking him to win here. And it's actually not I don't trust him. I do trust him. I am very high on
dog, man.
I'm very high on how good Marcus McGhee is, so I'm worried that he could be better than I think he is, and I still think he's very good. So therefore, no bets. Picks and bets are not the same thing. I would not treat them the same thing, but if you do want to see every single pick and every single bet.
I placed a Marcus McGhee plus 3.5 personally.
There you go. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top. A lot of people, what I see, people are always commenting after events, whether they're good events or bad events. There's always people that have done well, obviously, and they attribute their success to whatever they want. Lots of times I get, hey, I always bet on the fighters that all four of you agree on. Or I always bet on this, I always bet on that. And I've got to start doing some stats around those type things, like where we all agree, how often that hits, things like that. But this seems like a fight that could definitely get a little tricky.
Plus 120, and Marcus just has to win a round.
Yeah, he could definitely win a round. Because I like the over on this fight. I think this goes to a decision. So if we're talking about overs, and you're talking about Petr Yan's a slow starter, not insane, WeWantPicks.com, click become a member
at the top. Are you a slow starter in the bedroom, or are you typically in and out there pretty quick?
No, I'm in and out. No, just heavy wienering immediately.
You still get pretty erect pretty fast?
All day. It's a problem, actually. Too much.
Aren't you around young kids a lot?
No, they're gone all day. Don't you
Ryan
work at
Rose
a camp?
just randomly said,
don't you work at a camp?
Please stop cursing.
We'll be right back. Next up at UFC Abu Dhabi. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry. Whoopsies. Space Monkey. I didn't see this. My bad. He says, Tati is a friend, a gym buddy, and an inspiration. See? He knows she's pretty. Space Buddy gets it.
He didn't say that at all.
A friend, a gym buddy, an inspiration. Pretty.
I have a friend. My dog's a friend. Still looks like a dog.